What's up YouTube, Mellows and Matt here. As you can see from today we're doing deck video, we are doing deck and fights for Zero. I do apologise for the backdating, we have been slightly behind. But now I'm back to normal, schedule's back to normal and I can actually start putting these back out again. We are going to go through some of the older ones. I'm not quite ready yet to do my updated Pacifica with the new duo stuff. I'm missing one Victoria. I want to try and see if I can get that first since I'm stupidly close now. But we're going to go over with Great Nature first because obviously that does drop on global next month. So we'll start on going to hit. We'll do great. I've got Great Nature planned. I'm going to do Neonectars as well, and I'm going to cover Silverthorns because it's Pale Moon. I've played this deck to high heaven. I very much do want to play Pale Moon. But first one we're doing is Great Nature. So let's boot up the list. Alright, going to start from the bottom, work up. Start from the top, work down. Sorry. Start with the grade ones. Got obviously 4 cable sheeps. You can run either version of the PGs because obviously you're not limit break reliant. I just run this one because I haven't got 4 of the old style cable sheeps, so it's just easy to run the ones I've got 4 copies of. Then I run 3 copies of Taping Cat. Taping Cat skill is when placed on rearguard circle. You can Soul Blast 2 and draw a card. Simple, to the point, helps you fill up your drop zone for Legion. It's a very good card. Next, we run 4 copies of the Coiling Duckbill. Skill is when placed from hand. You can select one of your rearguards, and at the end, until the end of turn it gains the skill. Rearguard circle, when this unit's retired, you may draw a card. Simple, to the point. You obviously still have a lot of retiring because you are Great Nature, but it's a nice boost. The hand size. And then obviously, finishing up the grade 2s, we are going with 2 copies of Tank Mouse. Its skill is on rearguard circle, rest this card, choose one of your rearguards, it gets 4,000 power, and at the end of the turn you retire the card. So it's an enabler for your Coiling Duckbill. It's a really good card. Normally places behind your Vanguard circle because your Vanguard's swinging 20k anyway, doesn't normally need a booster. You can rest this, give something else 4k to help it scale better on your restands. Then next we have the grade 2s. We have got Research Fox, that's the one it is. Her skill is, she's changed from the TCG slightly. Her skill is when she's retired from the rearguard circle, you can choose one of the cards that are on your Vanguard circle and add them from deck to hand. So basically when she's retired, you can either grab herself or Test Fox if you're in that legion, or if you're in the other legion, you can grab Guru Tiger, Guru Wolf. It's a really good card, keeps your hand size up, lets you get incepts every turn. Then next we've got honestly one of the best cards that Great Nature ever gets, Guru Wolf. When this attack hits, if you are at power of 20,000 power, this includes the rearguard boosting it, you can draw a card. 20k is a very easy number to hit in this list because any of your restands hit the 20k, any of your plus 4ks let you hit the 20k. It's really good. It's going to be a forever staple in Great Nature. Really good card. Then I run 1 copy of Compass Line. Skill is literally Vanguard rearguard circle, end of the turn, choose one of your rearguards, retire it. Simple. It's another way to activate all your skills like Coiling Duckbill and Research Fox without actually having to use the 4k skills if you haven't got them. I only run it as a one-off because it's all you really need, because obviously the other cards are better, but there's just nothing better to replace Compass Line with. Plus 11k is still a hard number to actually get past sometimes. Then finishing up the grade 2s, we have 4 copies of Binoculars Tiger. Its skill, Vanguard rearguard circle, when this unit attacks, choose one of your other rearguards, it gets plus 4,000 power until end of turn, and then end of turn retire it. So basically, I normally try to aim for this as my main grade 2 ride, and then obviously have Guru Wolf and Coiling Duckbill in my opening hand as well. So I can get this swinging in for 9k first, giving the 4k to the Guru Wolf, And then obviously the Guru Wolf swings in for 20k, hits, draws a card, retires Duckbill, lets it draw a card, and you help him fill up your drop zone quite early for Legion. And grade 3s, we have got the star of the deck, Pestafox. Pestafox has been massively nerfed, unfortunately, from its TCG counterpart. But there's nothing, unfortunately, we can do about it. It's got 2 skills. First one is, when you're in end of your turn, when this unit's in Legion, you may countercharge. If one of your rear guards is retired, you can countercharge one. And then if it was a card that shares the same name as the card in your Vanguard circle, choose one card from your deck with the same name as your card on your Vanguard circle, call it to rearguard circle, and then draw a card on top of that. So really good consistency. It did used to return cards from drop back to deck, but that is kind of a bit broken for Zero, so it did have to get removed, unfortunately. But it's literally countercharge paying for its counterblast cost, which is really nice. Its second skill is, as long as you've got a unit in the middle column as this card, you may, when this unit attacks, counterblast 2, choose one of your rear guards, stand it, give it plus 4k, and at the end of the turn, retire a card and draw a card. This skill was an additional skill. It was really nice. But that buff was nice. The nerf to Pestafox's original skill was kind of expected, but it is a really good card. Then we're running 4 copies of the Guru Wolf. This is Guru Tiger, sorry. Guru Tiger's got 2 skills as well. It's got Vanguard Circle. Once during your turn, this is an axe, so main phase skill. Guard 1 card from your hand, and it's got the same name as the card in your Vanguard Circle, so either this or Guru Wolf, because this is a Legion skill. Select 2 of your rear guards, and they get the ability of, when this unit is retired during the end phase, you can bring this back to rear guard circle and countercharge 1. So literally, it brings back your rear guards that you retired. So really good combos. It keeps your intercept in play, countercharging still, so no matter what, you don't get counterblast issues with this deck, really. And then its second skill is the same as Research Fox. It's the, as long as you've got a card in the middle column, when this unit attacks, counterblast 2, down one of your rear guards, give it plus 4k. And the end of turn, retire it. So yep, again, more multi-attack enabling. You can normally try and combo this with having this on the Vanguard circle, and then either having used Tank Mouse to give 4k to the other intercept, so you can get a double counter charge, or having Binoculus on one of the rear guards or Compass, so you can utilise it quite well. Then as our last one-off, we do run 1 copy of Chat Noir. Chat Noir is still a very good card for the deck. Break Riding Pestafox on top of this is disgusting. It gives so much draw power, so much raw power alone. Then heals, I'm going to skip over this because ideally you want to run 4 copies of Leopold. I've only got 3, so obviously I've subbed in 1 Polaris. But Leopold's the better heal for the fact that it's got the rear guard skill as well of when it attacks, choose one of your rear guards, give it plus 4k, and then turn retire the unit. Which is the main staple of the deck. It's literally going to be wanted so much. It's the main reason it's there. You do have its extra limit break skill of counterblasting 1, and then whenever your rear guards retire this turn, they come back to field again. So it's useful, but you're very rarely going to want it because your legions are always going to be better. But that's it for the deck. We're going to try and get some deck and fights in now. Aiming for 2, depending on how long they take. But you'll see them after this. Alright, we are now in games. Let's see who we get first. Great Nature versus... Ooh, we got the good old Rangers, Shadow Paladins. Oh, he's got a Bushy Road tie. So... Right, so looking at the hand, we've got grade 1 ride, 1, 2, 3. We're going to shuffle back. No, I'll keep the hand actually, it's actually a really nice hand. Depending what we draw, depends on what I decide to go with. Alright, looking at his hand. At this point, we know we're against Revengers. So I'm actually tempted to try and plus a little bit. Yep, we're going to try and plus a bit. I'm actually going to ride the PG. And turn end. Because my thoughts are, next turn I can ride the Compass Line, tuck the starter in, use Sleepy Tapir to draw, and then use Compass Line, then use this onto Sleepy Tapir to draw even more. So, well, as I said, we'll ride this, because obviously 11k is still quite hard to get past. We then tuck this in. Don't care if we don't find one, it's literally just there for the soul at this point. Oh, we'll take the Tester Fox, that's a good fire target. We then Sleepy Tapir, using Sleepy skill. We draw a card. Oh, we get the Tank Mouse as well. So I'm going to put that there. I can now play even smarter and use the Tank Mouse on that to then guarantee that we're actually going to get the retire. And then obviously Duckbill attacks. And Vanguard attacks. No triggers, that's fine. Then we make sure to use Compass Line first when you do use Compass Line, by the way, otherwise you are going to end up retiring more than one rearguard. And because of the Duckbill, we now drew into a PG. So at that point, riding the PG hasn't hurt, we can now Legion it back in as well. He can't put too much pressure on this turn for the fact of Vanguard being 11k. He calls down in the main, and a Blast of Dark. He's going to take out the Tank Mouse, which I'm absolutely fine with. He's more likely to take out the Duckbill as well. Okay, we hit a draw trigger, that's fine. Means we're not going to be restanding this turn, but we're not really in a need to restand at this point. Alright, then we're going to ride Tester Foxel. Alright, looking at what we've got. I'm gonna pull down this. If he takes it out, he takes it out. If he doesn't hurt me either way. We're in a good spot at the moment because he can't properly push anything. We just got another Sleepy Tapir. That's really nice. And we get a heal that hits. Even better. So, drop zone's very much filling up nicely now, so we can get the Legion off. If we need to, we can obviously, now we've got the Sleepy Tapir, we can actually get a double Legion off. Really more beneficial. He's now going to try and go aggro on me, because obviously he's on the back foot because of the heal. Then you've got the Brian. See, oh, he double triggers, so now I'm going to lose my rearguard over this, but as I said, I didn't care over it. He hit into a draw. Oh, that Guru Wolf could actually end up saving us the late game. Our plan for next turn is literally going to be cooling down this and this. Try and create a double inset column. He gets his double sword breaker. Right, you got another binoculars. So we're going to ride skip. We're going to drop this here, drop this here. And we're going to perform Legion. Turning the heal, the draw, and the PG. So we're going to have the ability to add one Researcher Fox to hand. We're going to have the ability to get... So we've got one there, one in Legion Mate, two left in deck, so we can get one as an intercept, one to hand for next turn, and then we can then re-ride and then re-Legion. Right, so obviously the +4K, so now this can then hit the Vanguard circle. Then we swing it with this, using skill to restand this. First check, nothing. Ideally, I want to trigger. Oh, so we're taking out the rear guard. He doesn't hit his limit break, so he doesn't actually get to go anywhere next turn, so that's actually really good for us. Means we get an extra turn to actually try and prep our hand a bit better. Obviously, now Research Fox dies. We'll use her skill first. Just double checking. Yep. So we grab 1 to hand. And the Vanguard skill, we countercharge 1. We call this to rearguard circle. And we draw a card. We are getting close to hand limit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So ideally, we don't want to hit a draw at this point. But he's running out of deck a lot faster than we are, which is surprising since we're a great nature. But then again, we have performed Legion, opponent hasn't yet, so. Yep, there's an Amain for more draw power. He hasn't seen a Doreen yet, or a Tartu to get the Doreen, so it's quite interesting here. There's BDR, who can't retire because obviously he targets grade 1 or lowers. So we're only going to be pushed to 4, which is really fine with me. As we're waiting for him to finish thinking. There's the Mordred Searcher. So 11 to rear. And 1 damage. No trigger, which I'm absolutely fine with. Alright, so we're going to re-ride. And because the sheer amount of draw power that Great Nature has, I can physically justify this level of play. Because obviously I can now return the heal back to deck. And then obviously we Soul Blast, Legion and Mate. We draw a PG, that's really nice. We're then going to put you over here. And we're going to seek tomatoes again. We're going to put heal, draw, and double mate back to deck. Obviously we need the 2 mates, 1 for hand, 1 for field. Well, actually, we're not going to be doing a hand this time because we'll have to get the grade 3 to hand this time. So that's fine still though because we've got enough in the deck. Battle phase. Start off with swinging this at this. What's my damage zone looking like? 5, 3 face up damage. I'll go down to 1, up to 2. That's fine. Don't need to retire Sleepy Tapir yet. That's the other bonus thing you can do with this combo, obviously. Is if I needed to, I could use binoculars to give the power to Sleepy Tapir, so the Vanguard will then get the counter charge for that as well. But we're not in a spot that we actually need that at this point. We are going to push into 5 this turn, as we drop down to 3 again. But we're in a very good position, because obviously we've got double PG, we'll have double inset. Yes, he'll get 1 grade 2 out of the Great Card Search, but he hasn't got his Doreen, so he can't get his counter charge off it. Right, so we'll do this using your skill, counter charge, grab the Researcher Fox, and we draw that, and then we get another one. So now we can actually, now we don't actually, since we don't have the Research Fox hand, we can still re-ride, re-legion, but actually put the Tester Fox on rearguard as the retire cost. That'll still proc the Vanguard skill to get the grade 2 inset from deck. We're in a very good position. He's going to, he's going for Macart. Okay, interesting. He's down to 9 cards in deck. He's gonna have to do a lot of overcalling though. We've got 3 heals and 2 draws, so I am going to have to Legion another Tester Fox back in looking at it. It'll likely be heal, double researcher. Oh no, I can't, because both in hand, so... Oh, this might actually be my last researcher Fox Legion then. Yeah, so that's going to retire researcher. He has got the Doreen back into play now, but cost him so much overcalling to do so. So this comes in, Duckbill, that's fine. This comes in, draw trigger. He's very close to decking out at this point. There's a PG that we didn't want to see. Obviously, you cannot master to restand, but we've got the PG to live, so it doesn't hurt us one bit. First check's a heal. I'm actually preferring him doing all these trigger checks, because that's lowering his deck down quite a lot. Giving us the higher chance to actually survive. Right. Do I want... Have a think. If I re-ride, I can return the heal, the PG, and the double... Yeah. No, I do need to do this. No, I do... So what we'll do... I'm not too desperate for the PG at this point, so go back to deck. So I'll do that. Do that. I'd rather more heals go back to deck than anything. And then Legion. Heal, heal, inset, inset. He has got, obviously with Blasted Arc or Render Abyss, you do have to re-Legion to get the restand seal back off again, so he is going to be doing it himself. So swing you at you. He's now got to chuck an entire field down out of his hand to actually get the restand off again. Then we restand our rear guard. First check draw trigger. We drew into a heal of all things. That was not wanted. But we do heal there, which is really good. He draws, leaving him 3 cards in deck. Force PG out. End of the turn, we retire. Vanguard skill, counter charge, grab an inset, and draw a card. We drew a PG. Nice. Next turn, what I'll likely do is I'll likely go into Guru Tiger to get another Legion back off again. But he's very much in a bad position that he's not going to be able to come back from this. Because from what we've seen so far, he's got 1 heal, 1 draw in unknown locations. There's the last draw, so he's not going to be drawing any more cards now. He's got to use Makart to actually try and create a board. He's relying on the fact that I haven't got PGs in my hand at this point. Yep, there we go. He returned 3. No, he didn't. He didn't return triggers. Okay. So he's more likely got 3 PGs still sitting. He returned his 1 PG though, so he's more likely got 3 PGs sitting in hand. That's fine with me. So obviously that takes out that. This swing is at Vanguard. We don't hit defensive, so he's going to take double PG from our hand, but I'm fine with that. There's 1 PG check. Second check, no PG. Fire 3. Draw 2, that means he's got no heals left in deck now, guaranteed. First check, nothing. Second check, nothing. PG again. Alright, we hit a heal. So, plans here. We are gonna re-ride Guru. Have we got... We have got one left in deck, so I can do that. So we'll do that, and then call over you to put heal back into deck again. That. PG and PG. So we do still have a couple of draws left in deck, so we can have a chance to draw into the PGs. Battle phase, swing this at this. We are going to force double PG out of him. We do know he's guaranteed to have 2 PGs in hand, 3 PGs in hand. But we've now got enough heals in deck that we should be able to live this turn, because he physically can't swing Vanguard. Okay, obviously counterblast 2 restand. First checks our heal. Goes off. Second check is another heal that whiffs, unfortunately. So we are left with 1 heal in deck. And obviously that'll swing there, just for the fun of it. We'll pump Sleepy Tapir up and again, just to make a bigger column. But then this retires. And this retires. It's been a long game, but it's actually been a fun game. That it's not been actual stally. Really nice for the deck. Yep, there's his last heal. He's going to leech and 4 things back in and try and crit death. So what we need to happen here is we need to hit our 1 draw in deck to draw into a PG. Or him swing Vanguard first and our 6 damage heal. That is literally our 2 only outs at this point. He still didn't return triggers, which I'm very surprised at him for. I can't take... It does take a counterblast cost. Okay, that's even more interesting. He's got to dedicate that to get past the base. We are now relying on the heal, though. First check, nothing. Second check, nothing. Do we hit our last heal? If we hit the heal, we win. No, we don't hit the heal. But that was a very good game. I did really enjoy that. I shall see you back again for this next one once we find it. Right, game 2 found. Let's see what we're against this time. Hoping for a bit of variety apart from, unlike last month where it was literally Paladin meta left, right and centre. What do we get this time? Ooh, this one's going to be a hard one. This is Link Jokers. This game I'm going to focus more on not actually bringing the rear guards back this time, so I do have to change up my game plan dramatically. So we're going to focus more on our restanders not actually being the legions. It's going to be more focused on making sure we can retire. This is the duplicate the heals version. Okay, Lantern was an interesting pick. Looking at hand, we're in a good position. I do want to keep my PGs this game, because I am conscientious of what he wants to actually do. No trigger. I'm starting to think this is actually more going to be Glendios at this point now. We've not really seen anything from him in terms of non-legion. Sorry, non-reverse I meant to say. This will more likely be him dropping a magnet hollow. Oh, no, it's a colony maker. Okay. Well, I couldn't find the magnet hollow. So he checks nothing. We whiff a heal, which is very, very unfortunate. I am going to go into this. We are going to try and be cheeky with our combos. Did not want to draw and get that as my top 3 check. But we are going to do this here. Soul Blast and 2 and draw and see what we draw. Yep, because we got the mate, we can do this. And we can do this. Targeting this. And we can get the 2 swings at Vanguard, pushing him to 3. And then, obviously, first check's nothing. Ideally, I'd like to heal there, so we can... Yep, there's the Garnet Star, so it does prove it isn't the Glendios version. But because we're smart, we actually get party defensive. That, and... As we retired, we draw onto a Guru Wolf, which is really good, because Guru Wolf actually lets us hit our combos that we want to hit. He doesn't find another reverse, so no more cloning. We see his Garnet Star. He's now ready for Legion because of that card's the Soul Blast cost. Yeah, Soul Blast. He buffs that up. But just in case I don't hit a defense. No, he's playing that now, so he can play full aggro and get me that way. That's fine. So I think I'm going to play somewhat smart here with a few interesting combos. Draw into another heal. Hurts, but I'll just re-Legion that one. Right. Okay, we're drawing a lot of triggers now, so... Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to call you here. Call you. Call over you EU. And then call over you EU. You're going to Legion. 1, 2, 3, 4 back to deck. Then what we're going to do is we're going to attack with Leopold first into rearguard. Powering up Guru Wolf. And Vanguard swing next. Restanding the Leopold again. And then obviously Leopold, then both of our front rows will retire. So he can't lock the front rows. We're still in a very good position that we can afford to take 3 swings at face. And we don't actually end up with a locked field. First check nothing. I can check draw trigger. So that's 20, that goes 24, so I actually want to put the buff this side. And swing at this. Open up the Guru Wolf again. And PG checked. Beautiful. I'll take PG checks. Then obviously retired. That counter charge. Retired. And then that counter charge. He can't lock our front row. We've got the ability to next turn drop. Re-Legion. Reshuffle things back in again. Got double Researcher. This is one of his... No, it's just not. It's a draw. He just wanted to return. Okay, I've got no idea why he did that then, because he's got plenty of triggers in the drop zone. 3 draws and heal back. He's going to lock 1 back row unit, which I've got no concerns with whatsoever. he chose not to use its skill because it really wasn't worth it. So he's now got to, his hand's got to be double PG, otherwise we're going to deal him lethal. So we're going to re-Legion because I want that heal back in deck no matter what. I haven't, I actually misplayed. I've actually misplayed. I haven't got enough research boxes because the one went to damage. Right, so we're going to have to do this. Do this, and then call over this, the duck bill, targeting this. Then we leggy on, 1, 2, 3, 4 back to deck. I think I definitely got a bit greedy there is the sensible way to put it. I should have checked my mates in deck before going for the Legion. Alright, battle phase. We swing this hit. This here, taking it out. We then swing at Vanguard, skill, restanding this. And no PG. Nope, he hits the PG. Okay. Do you have another, my good sir? You do. Okay. So that retires, obviously. We'll do that for the draw. Then we'll do this next. Counter charge, call a mate. Draw. Oh, that hill draw hurts. And then we draw another mate. Right. So, plans is hope he doesn't actually hit something to scale with. Ah, no, he hit Druid to a PG. So we are relying on a heal again. But I don't think we're going to hit the heal this time. 3 left in deck, doubt it. Yeah, nah, afraid not. Alright, well that's the end of the games. We didn't manage to win either of them, but we got 2 very good games out of it. I managed to show what the deck did, and I showed really well the deck can actually hold off against Link Joker. It was unfortunate about double PG, but we can't do anything about that. But that's it for this video. If you'd like to like, comment, subscribe, it very much does help out. Let me know what you think of the deck. Let me know what changes you'd like to see. And let me know if you do actually still want to see some of the older decks that I've got that aren't actually relevant in JP, but are still coming out soon in the English meta. And I'll try and see what I can do with them. As for now, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.